Hey, what the business is, YouTube? What the business is out here on these streets? This your boy Clarence over here at Pursuit of Freedom. Freedom is always the pursuit, baby. TC2000 is the software I got you looking at. I had a chance to trade today, and I traded AEMD. Now, I'm absolutely in love with the run this thing ended up making. So I'm on the road. Uptrending stocks, I've always want to keep my eye on a stock that's in an uptrend. I'm gonna thicken that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You see this thing fell off. They had a 1 for 15 split uh, on October the 15th. So 1 for 15 split ain't really good for the stock and the company. Scrolling back, they had another split back here, and I think that one was even more or even bigger, a bigger split. 1 for 50 split. So they was definitely trying to come out of the dumps. They're trying to bring the stock out of the dumps, right? But any stock that begins to uptrend, you see we got more tall green spikes than these red spikes. You got some selling in here, some profit taking, I'm pretty sure, from these people that's holding shares way down here at 95 cents. I definitely would be selling up there at 249 if I'm holding shares down here at 90 cents. 249 if I'm still holding anything, I'm getting up off it. But so I'm on the road today, of course. That's just about every day. I had an appointment time set for 10 o'clock Central Time. So that is 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So I'm getting into this thing today pretty much around 11 o'clock. I see this thing had to push to 312. 12 was the current high day at about 11. 312, that is. 312 was the current high day. But as I'm scrolling through stocks to try to peek through something, it broke through that higher day and ran up and set a new high up at 330. So it pulled back some, pulled back a tad bit. And I said, okay, I'm going to try to anticipate another break of the high day. So I get in, I'm in here at like 323. Exactly at 323 is where I'm in at. And I'm holding. I'm holding truthfully because of the daily chart. A lot of times when I get into stocks, I get into a stock based on its daily chart. The daily chart's got to be nice. I want the momentum to be a bull rather than a bear on the daily chart. In order for me to even begin to look at the intraday chart to see what's going on. And I'm always scrolling through one chart at a time. And at the time when I found it, it wasn't up, of course, you know what I mean, around 323. It ain't up 65%. I think it was up 30 something percent though when I first seen it. So yeah, I'm long at 323. It surges up a tad bit, comes up almost give me a slight double top, but it pushed a tad bit higher. So I decided to hold because at about 11:30, I mean like a few minutes after I had got into the stock, literally, I got the call saying that my truck had been loaded, that I can go inside and collect some paperwork. I come back out, I see this thing still playing pretty good up here, and I get on the roll. I didn't even see when it fell all the way down here to 3 because that would have been an ugly sign. I actually, the last higher day, I was hoping that held that support. So about 312 is where I would have been looking to sell, but I gave it a little bit of wiggle room and jumped in the truck. Went for a little ride. And I see this thing pushing up later on in the day. I take a quick little pit stop. I see it pushing up later in the day. $4 is the next whole number. So I'm not expecting it to get up above 4 at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting it to get above 4 at all. So I enter me an order, $3.95, and gets executed. Now, this is Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is always one of the go-tos. Easy to point out, the market was red, complete red day across the boards for the market. Looking at that coronavirus news, some analysts are saying that it might be an overreaction, but look at the gap down. I wouldn't say this is time for the dip buy just yet. You know what I mean? I would wait and see how much falling it's going to do. And I'm going to be a tad bit more cautious with my trades. So, I mean, I'm a little mad because I'm playing the waiting game. I'm playing the waiting game right now because I made a trade on Friday for a loss. So, I mean, I ain't too mad about Friday no more because that little $90 loss on Friday, I got it back and added a little bit of change on top of it. I was already still green on the month because that one loss wasn't too big. But I got it all back and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I only had a little small $646 position. I bought 200 shares in at 323, out at 395 or 394.98. They've been doing that to me a lot lately. I'm noticing that I ain't getting out 395, darn it. But it is what it is. They executed my sell order twice. I only put it in once, so that's 71.98, 71.98 for a total of 143. And I already did the math. That comes out to be 22% gain. You know what I'm saying? So I wish this was a bigger position because that would have been a nice game. That would have been a sick game if I could have grabbed some more shares of this. But that's small account problems, waiting on funds to settle. So, I mean, I also did a little bit more research. I started looking a little bit deeper because I want to see if this thing might have had some news because I know that coronavirus thing might set a few of these healthcare stocks on fire. And I want to throw me some money in, give me some money involved. I like their cash to debt ratio. I like when the stock has more cash than debt. Small little kibbles and bits company, though. 27 million. So this thing is I don't know, micro cap, nano cap. It's a real small company. Float is 1.36 million according to Yahoo Finance. So if this thing gets some buy-in, it's gonna go. Insiders ain't really holding nothing. Out of 6.9 or 7 million shares, insiders hold 5%. Institutions hold 12% of those shares. Short percentage of shares outstanding is only 2%. Short percentage of float is 5%. So there's not a lot of shorts in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Being that I'm long biased, I like to stay away from stocks when they got too many shorts in the float and in the shares outstanding. So like just doing more research, trying to figure out what was going on in the stock. I see that, coronavirus, whatever, amid. So you got this APT relating to the coronavirus and Lakeland Industries Incorporated related to the coronavirus. I come down here and I find 4 days ago there was some sort of Sachs analyst blog highlights Novavax nanovirus, which I traded a few days ago. But that's what I traded on Friday for a loss when it should have been a massive gain. Traded Athlon today. I don't know what this Oncolytics Biotech, I don't know what that one is. But then I also see that Athlon Medical announces completion of $3.77 million registered direct offering. So they just completed an offering. Offerings are never good news to me, but the completion of it, meaning that it's done, is good news. But if you read in there, they got an option to sell another million shares, pretty much like 999,000 shares of their stock. When you get into the news, I kind of looked at it on E-Trade too. I mean, I'm not finding nothing too crucial. I mean, even looking at the website, addressing unmet needs and global health. I mean, I do some research on these things, and I find a chart that looks good enough. I might go ahead on and do some reading then. But their number one seller is this hemo purifier, a breakthrough device for the treatment of life-threatening virus for which there are no approved therapies. You know what I'm saying? it it seems pretty cool when you read up on it a tad bit more. And I did do a tad bit of reading on it, just try to figure out what it is that it does. You know, hemo purifier is almost exactly what it's saying. Hemo is blood, purify. So it tries to clean out exosomes that viruses and cancer cells need in the blood, kind of starving them to death. In essence, at least that's what it sounded like from what I read. You know, so this stock might have legs that I don't know, but I'm still waiting on funds. I'm still waiting on funds to settle, which I may not be able to trade again until Wednesday. But even on a little small $646 position, 22% profit, $143 gained, I will take it. You know what I'm saying? Just in a few hours. In a few hours, got me a decent little gain. I will take it. You know what I'm saying? I added my stalking list back, and I'm finna go. You know what I mean? I need to update it because it was from when I last saved. I go in here from time to time and I delete and I add. You see, I got my Vanguard ETF list, Bitcoin sympathy plays. I made that. You know, of course, during the Bitcoin run. And I keep an eye on some of these here Bitcoin stocks. This BTSC really did some damage to me back in here in this massive run up when I got super greedy and was buying way up here at the top at 60 cents. And then that thing got hammered down short. But I ain't really much watching the Bitcoin plays right now, so I'm going to close to save that. But I do want to throw back my stalking list. Add me some stocks in here that I want to stalk. I think I just read from that list. It's APT. Let's look at that. Look at that. 90-something% move. And it's still closing up near the high day. APT. Lake. Do I have that on my master list? I may not even have that in my list. Well, this is the easy way to find out. Nope, wasn't even in my list. And there go nanovirusides. Look at this damn stock, man. This damn stock, man. About it at 708, I'll be up 100% in this stock right now. Hey, but it is. That's what happens, man. I end up taking a freaking loss. Look at this easy. $532 million poured into the stock today. They may be getting ready to do an offering soon, especially when I see like 1 for 20 split here. I mean, you got to look back in time sometimes and, you know what I mean, try to figure out what you got. There go another one. 2 for 7 split there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep my eye on them. Look at this stock, man. Yeah, so as soon as my shares is free, let me look at Lake on the big screen. As soon as my funds is free, I'm going to find me a place to stop and see about getting some old trading in. Hey, I'm not trying to yap for too long because I always get long-winded in these videos. Small trade. I love this one because I think a lot more people got this here amount of dollars that they could possibly trade with. More people are closer to having $600 than having a few thousand. You know what I'm saying? And this is about where I used to trade with, you know what I mean, a few years back or about a year ago. You know, I should trade somewhat small, still trying to work on getting the kinks out, but now I'm feeling like I got to step it up something, and it's a tad bit easier for me to do that. Hey, go ahead on and hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to the channel. All I'm gonna do is just try to show you the path, show you the possibilities. I'm not ready to say that I'm gonna lay out some of this other stuff that I've worked on. Not just yet. It's coming though. This is the Sword of Freedom.